I recently came across this notice that the Ontario Securities Commission, or OSC for short, released regarding changes that they've made to getting registered with them. Now, even if you don't live in Ontario, I still think that this is important to keep an eye on because it very well may be possible that the other province's Securities Commission follows what the OSC is doing. That's why I thought I'd make a quick video highlighting what I came across and explaining what I think it means. I'll also share some of my thoughts on it. If you're interested in reading the notice for yourself, I'll leave a link in the video description. So the notice is pretty detailed, but if we look over here, I've highlighted the main parts. Essentially, because a bunch of crypto companies went bust last year, the OSC decided to tighten their requirements to prevent registered crypto companies or platforms following suit and also going bust. So over here are the new requirements, but I've highlighted the ones that I think will affect users directly. So the first one is enhanced commitments in relation to the custody and segregation of crypto assets held on behalf of Canadian clients. So pretty much these crypto companies will have to keep users' funds totally separate and perhaps even secured by another company not related to them. This makes sense as it's a preventative measure of someone within the organization gaining too much power or access to people's funds to use it for personal gain. The next one is enhanced commitments to preclude the unregistered CTP or crypto trading platform from pledging, rehypothecating, or otherwise using crypto assets held on behalf of Canadian clients. This means that crypto companies can't touch or use your coins or funds for their own benefit. They can't act like a financial institution where your deposits can be lent out to someone else in a form of a loan, which is kind of what banks do with your money. The next is a prohibition on the part of the CTP offering margin, credit, or other forms of leverage to any type of client connection with the trading of crypto contracts or crypto assets on the CTP's platform. This one's self-explanatory. Crypto platforms can't offer margin, leverage, or any form of borrowing. However, this doesn't mean that you can't find your own ways to borrow money from, let's just say, a line of credit to then use it to buy crypto. The next is restrictions on the part of the CTP relying on crypto assets, including proprietary tokens issued by the CTP or an affiliate of the CTP in determining the capital of the CTP for excess working capital purposes and in determining the capital base of the CTP. From my understanding, if a crypto platform has their own token, they can't include that token on their balance sheet as an asset to prop them up and make themselves look financially healthier than they really are. In a nutshell, this is pretty much what FTX did. From my understanding, FTX listed FTT as an asset on their balance sheet and thus making them seem financially healthier than they really were. The next one is enhanced commitments in relation to the filing by the CTP of financial information with the CSA on a regular basis. I think this just means that the registered crypto platforms will need to report the required financials on a more frequent basis. The next one is enhanced commitments in relation to the retention of a qualified chief compliance officer during the pre-registration process. I think that this means that the COO will have more responsibilities and legal ramifications should things go south. And the last is a prohibition on the part of the CTP in respect of clients buying or depositing value referenced crypto assets, commonly referred as stablecoins, through crypto contracts without the prior written consent of the CSA. So this refers to coins that aren't backed one-to-one by either cash or some form of highly liquid financial instrument from an institution that gets audited and reports their financials publicly on a regular or frequent basis. This is actually something I read from another article. So I think this includes coins like DAI or WBTC or wrapped Bitcoin. My guess is that the reason for this is because of UST and Luna. Last year, we witnessed the collapse of Luna and their algorithmic stablecoin UST. The coin went from 1 UST equals 1 USD to practically nothing. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I personally don't understand how algorithmic stablecoins work. I don't understand how you can back something that's supposed to be stable by something that's volatile and fluctuates in price. But that's just me though. With all that said, I think that as a result of more regulation, this will ultimately make buying and trading crypto more expensive and there will be fewer available options to do so. However, I strongly believe that regulators do need to step in to prevent these crypto companies from going bust again. No one wants to lose their money like they did with FTX or Celsius or Quadriga back in 2019. If you weren't around in 2019, VirgoCX was Canada's largest crypto exchange at the time and went bust because because of a lack of checks and balances in place. A lot of Canadians got burned because of it, and one guy even lost close to $500,000 with them. Something else to consider is that until regulators give institutional investors the green light to enter the space, they'll be waiting on the sidelines, in my opinion. This isn't to say that they aren't already invested in crypto, it's just that the amount that they have invested is probably just a small fraction of how much capital that they would like to deploy if the necessary regulations were in place. I would say that crypto would never be a recommended investment by these institutions to their clients because of the massive amount of risk involved right now. However, once they get the green light because the proper checks and balances are in place, that'll open up the floodgates. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching.